walk around and see faces and talking to people face to face, doesn't it? Almost like got lost track of time. Mr. Covington back there was talking my ear off. So, thank you. Thank you so very much for joining us today. I greatly appreciate you being here. We want to give special recognition to a lot of people today, and we're so excited to do so. So please sit back and enjoy our program, and in a few minutes enjoy our lunch, and then we'll talk more about finalists. But before we do that, I would like to welcome you. It is our sincere pleasure to welcome you to our 2022-23 Teacher of the Year and Employee of the Year luncheon. Thank you for taking the time to come out and celebrate our very own Pitt County Schools teacher nominees and our Employee of the Year winners. We're so excited to have them here today. But before we begin our program, I ask a little small favor from you. If you could please turn off your phones and your watches and set them on vibrate if you need to, just so that there's no distracting noises or sounds during our presentation. And it also pays respect to our nominees as well as our finalists. So thank you for paying attention to that and asking and following through with that request. So, nominees and Employees of the Year, we're so proud of you, and today is your day of celebration. We're here to recognize the countless hours that you have spent with our students and with our staff in supporting your schools. During our most unpredictable times and difficult days throughout the year, you have stayed focused on serving our students, and we appreciate that. And for that, we wholeheartedly and sincerely thank you, because today is about you. So keeping in the spirit of gratitude and giving thanks, I would also like to recognize our donors and our sponsors who have extended their appreciation for a job well done for our nominees. Please join me in reading the business list of partners that are on the back of your program. We would like to give special thanks to the following. First, to Pitt County Farm Bureau, who is our event sponsor. We'd also like to give thanks to our partners, A1 Awards and Promotions, ECU Athletic Tickets Department, Grady White Boats Incorporated, Kona Ice of Greenville, Mark III, Parrott Canvas Company, Pitt County Educational Foundation, Principals and Assistant Principals Association, Rock Springs Center, Shane Robinson Associates, TAC Office Supplies, The Fresh Market, and Walmart. We'd also like to give thanks to our 2022-23 Teacher of the Year Committee. The people that served on this panel were Deborah Baggett, our Chief Financing Officer, Allison Covington, our 2021-22 Principal of the Year, Kylene Dibble, Parents for Public Schools of Pitt County, Melinda Fagundes, Pitt County Schools Board of Education, Keishlyn Jones, Teacher of the Year Coordinator, yours truly, and Clinton Todd, 2021-2022 Teacher of the Year. Thank you all for serving in your roles. So Pitt County Schools is very fortunate to have so many generous businesses and organizations and individuals in our community to help serve our students. I just named a few of them from the back of our luncheon list. Program, there you go, thank you. Dr. Lass. I was like, why can't I figure out that word? Program. But I would like to take time to show special recognition to our event sponsor and partner in education, and that is Farm Bureau of Pitt County. The Farm Bureau Committee, will you please stand so that we can give you a special applause for all of your work and your contribution to our school system. We're not able to do what we do without their partnership, so thank you so very much. So now it is lunchtime. So in just a few minutes, we will be served by our Rock Springs staff. But before we begin our lunch, I would like for us to just take a moment to reflect on gratefulness and how much we have been grateful during this time, difficult times, in our lives and in our students' lives. So if you would please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. So, in just a few minutes, Rock Springs staff will be around to prepare and to serve our plated lunch. And after lunch, we will continue on with our program. So, please enjoy your lunch and your fellowship. Thank you. So, how was your lunch? Pretty good, wasn't it? Thank you, Rock Springs staff, for serving us and feeding us and filling up our bellies. Well, we'll continue on with our presentation today. So during this time, we ask that our Teacher of the Year nominees, if you could please, would you please stand and then move to the side of the right-hand side of the room so that we can begin our presentations. So all Teacher of the Year nominees, would you please stand and move to my right-hand side of the room. Our HR staff will guide you and direct you and let you know where you need to be and the order that you need to be in. So just so you know, as the Teacher of the Year nominees are lining up, in just a few minutes, they're going to receive a plaque. And along with the plaque, they're going to take a picture with our Superintendent, Dr. Linker, and Mr. Robert May, the Vice President of Pitt County Farm Bureau. So at this time, I ask that Dr. Linker and Mr. May, if you would please come and stand to my left to hand out gifts to our nominees. So as our teachers are lining up and we begin our presentation, I ask that you please hold your applause to the end so that all names can be heard and said and everyone has the right amount of time and attention that they deserve to receive their award. So we will begin as soon as I receive the signal from everyone in the back. We'll begin with our presentation. So here we go. Here are a list of our nominees for the 2022-23 Teacher of the Year. A.G. Cox Middle School, Robert Willie. Mr. Willie, if you would come across the way and shake some hands and receive the plaque, and also a gift. From Aiden Elementary School, Alyssa Douglas. Aiden Middle School, Todd Zimmerman. From Aiden Griffin High School, Lindsay Joyner. Belvoir Elementary School, Robin Semyon. Bethel School, James Campbell. CMS Middle School, William Weaver. From Chicago School, Jennifer Bunch. Ms. Bunch is not able to be with us this afternoon. From Creekside Elementary School, Megan Boyd. From D.H. Conley High School, Jennifer Negu. From E.B. Aycock Middle School, Tanya Spike. From Early College High School at PCC, Jenny Collins. From Eastern Elementary School, Catherine Lee. From Elmhurst Elementary School, Marcy Burke. From Falkland Elementary School, Ryan Valerio. From Farmville Central High School, Christina McRae. From Farmville Middle School, Abby Garner. From G.R. Whitfield School, Tiffany Phillips. From Grifton School, Ashley Jones. From H.B. Sugg School, Beth Meeks. From Hope Middle School, Karen Everness. early college at ECU, Andrew Jester. From J.H. Rose High School, Tanya Ebron. From Lake Forest Elementary School, Terrell Bynum. From North Pitt High School, Daryl Ward. Mr. Ward is not able to join us this afternoon. And from Northwest Elementary School, Nicole Telson. Ms. Telson is not able to join us either. From Pactola School, Amanda Davis. From Ridgewood Elementary, Caitlin Brown. From Sadie Salter Educational Center, Stacy Chamberlain. From Sam D. Bundy School, Matt Daniel. From South Central High School, Sarah Painter. From South Greenville Elementary School, Daniel Carr. From Stokes School, Lori Stocks. From W.H. Robinson Elementary School, Amber Jawade. From Wallcoats Elementary, Hope Murphy. From Welcome Middle School, Angina LeVar, who's not able to be with us today. From Wintergreen Intermediate, Amanda Amante. And from Wintergreen Primary, Hope Pierce. Please join me in congratulating all of our nominees. At this time, Mr. Glenn Buck will recognize our classified employees of the year, winners.
Good afternoon, everyone. During this part of our luncheon, we always recognize our Classified Employee of the Year winners. You know, the success of a school and of its students comes not only from the vision, insight, and perseverance of the administrators and teachers, but also from a daily commitment to hard work and excellence of the classified employees. So today we want to honor and celebrate the roles that these essential workers take on in our schools. If our winners, as I call your name, would please come forward. You will similarly receive a plaque and take a picture and get a gift bag as well. First, our custodian of the year, Mr. Reginald Dixon from Falkland Elementary. Next, our office employee of the year, Ms. Dara Wilkins from J. Rose High School. Our teacher assistant of the year, Ms. Monisha Howard from Pitt Academy. Our school nutrition employee of the year is Christy Younger from Bactolis. And our school nutrition manager of the year, Ms. Diane Joyner from Welcome Middle. Thank you all for your hard work and support of our students.
So, before we begin the presentation of our finalists for our Teacher of the Year, I would like to recognize a few special people in the room. First, I would like to recognize the families of our employees of the Teachers of the Year nominees. So, family members who are able to join us this afternoon, thank you so much for your hard work and your commitment and your service to your family members who are able to serve our students. We greatly appreciate you being in their lives and also support for our staff. I would also like to say thank you to our principals. Principals, if you would please stand for us. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. And for the time and the commitment and the actions that you take every day in supporting our teachers. Thank you so very much. Our Teacher of the Year Selection Committee, if you would please stand. Thank you for the time that you invested in working with our teachers and reading their portfolios and completing those classroom observations as well as the interviews. Thank you so very much. And also our Board of Education members, would you please stand? Thank you for your continued support for our students and our staff. There are two people in the room that I would like to recognize because I'm not sure if you are aware of the strides and the efforts that they have taken to represent for Pitt County Schools. First, I would like for Mr. Clinton Todd, if you could please stand. Clinton Todd is our 2021-22 Teacher of the Year, and he went on to represent us in the Regional Teacher of the Year as well. And Miss Allison Covington, would you please stand? Ms. Covington served as our 2021-22 Principal of the Year, and she went on to serve also in the Regional Teacher of the Principal of the Year. I said teacher, didn't I? Principal of the Year. So thank you, Ms. Allison, for Mr. Allison Covington representing us and doing well for our county. So Last but not least, I would also like to thank my staff, the HR team, for their hard work. We had a lot of new staff members this year who have picked up the pace and just learned a lot over a short period of time. So thank you, staff. If you could please stand in the back of the room. Thank you so very much for the behind-the-scenes work that you have done to make this a successful event. So, without further ado, at this time, we would like to present our 2022-23 Teacher of the Year finalists. Finalists, as I call your name, would you please stand and let us recognize you and give you a round of applause. And after that, I will ask that Dr. Linker and Wanda Dixon to come in front of the audience and share with us who our runner-up as well as our winner for Teacher of the Year. So, our finalists, Megan Boyd, would you please stand? Miss Kate Lee, would you please stand? Mrs. Karen Evernez, would you please stand? And Mr. Matt Daniel, would you please stand? Each of these teachers are our finalists for our 2022-23 Teacher of the Year. Dr. Linker and Miss Wanda Dixon, would you please come forward? They will share the announcements of our runner-up as well as our winner.
Before I read the envelope, which has been handed to me like 8 times, don't lose it, Lanker, don't lose it. Want to do 2 or 3 quick things, or say a couple of things. We'll get to the sponsors in a second. First, let's talk about Mr. Clinton Todd. He's got a big day on Friday, so we're certainly excited about that. That's when they will announce the state Teacher of the Year, and the man's got it. Okay, he's got the skills to make it happen. So, really looking forward to that announcement. We'll be there Friday as well. So, and I think Ms. Covington, hers is May 17th, if I remember correctly. May 20th. So I'll be there on the 17th and the 20th, evidently. So, but she's got it going too. If you know anything about the new South Greenville, you know it's because of Ms. Covington. Right? So, second, Dr. Roan and Keithland get to keep their job for a year longer because they served the pecan chicken, so we all can come back again next year. Everyone knows that. The other things, you look at the back of this list, and this is something I say lots of times, so if you've been here for like 9 years like I have, you've heard me say this probably 9 times. Allie's like shaking her head, right? But, you look at this list of businesses, this does not happen everywhere. Some of us who have worked in other districts know this doesn't happen. The support we get for our public schools in Pitt County, all over the county, is huge. So for that, I thank everyone in Pitt County. And then what the Farm Bureau does is unprecedented. Okay, that doesn't happen anywhere. The way they support this banquet, our Principal of the Year banquet, is just unbelievable. So certainly a super shout out to all the businesses. Farm Bureau, thank you so much for what you do for this banquet and all of our teachers and our principals and all of our staff. So thank you very much. So the 2022, 2023, am I saying it right? Yes. Teacher of the Year runner-up from Hope Middle School, Karen Everin. Karen called one of my kids too, so it's all right here. So, Andy, you'd like to say?
Thank you. I'm so humbled. this is a room full of some really great people. So, it's quite an honor. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Wanda Dixon. I'm the chairperson for the Pitt County Farm Bureau Women's Committee. And we would like to say on behalf of Pitt County Farm Bureau member board and Women's Committee that we're proud and honored and very thankful that we're able to be part of your celebration for Teacher of the Year. To all the teachers and the support staff and everybody, thank you for the great job that you do teaching our kids and helping them to grow into the best leaders they can be for our great country. And with that, now the time is here for the 2023 Teacher of the Year. This would be Mr. Matt Daniel from Sandy Bundy Elementary.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks. I appreciate it. Woo, wow. I have a cheat sheet. We'll see how much I use it. I definitely, before I really get started, we owe a lot of thanks to the people that put in a lot of hard work to put this event on, so we really, really appreciate it. I have several people I need to thank, but I'd like to start with a story, if that's all right. My first year of teaching, I was early released from my internship, and I was in a 5th grade class at Sam Bundy Elementary School. And I was drowning. And this is nothing against a phenomenal team I was working with. This is nothing against tremendous support from the administration. But I think everybody that is in education remembers how hard your first year was. And an announcement, we were a few minutes from dismissal, so the kids are already climbing the walls, okay? And an announcement comes on over the intercom, and it's about a bus change. And teachers also know, if you didn't teach the best for that day, that's okay, but you better send them home the right way, all right? And so that was my mission. Of course, my kids were a bit of a challenge that year. They really fed off of my inexperience, so I didn't hear the announcement. And I pleaded with my children. I said, I'm going to step in the hallway, and I'm going to get this bus number from Miss Phillips, and if you love me, please whisper. And I think most of them saw the bags under my eyes or the gray hair or the sweat on my brow. And so they quieted down, except for one student. And I will not repeat what he said because it's a $5 word. And I think you all know what a $5 word is. But I didn't know he said it until the student sitting next to him said, "Oh, Mr. Daniel." He said, "Beep." And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. And the worst part was he said, "And I got it on video." I've been looking for my school-issued iPad for a week and a half. This kid took it off my desk, and he was filming a little documentary of his classmates and caught another classmate's Oscar moment. So, and Dr. Lasser, you'll have to take the microphone from me. I'm almost done, I promise. But I share that story, obviously, because it's a classic story, and I still have the video on my phone. So if I have a not-so-good day, I'll watch it and say, oh, maybe it wasn't that bad. But it is something I learned from. But unfortunately, at that time, I was humiliated, and it was one of many incidents that I felt like that year that I started that this was not for me, that my kids deserved better, that I never felt like I would stop drinking from a fire hose and balancing, the many responsibilities from this job. So I had a choice to make. Do I stick with it, or do I get out while I can? And I think you all know what happened. And
good choice.
Thank you, appreciate that. And I share that story because I think it's important to note that everybody has to start somewhere. And every person in this room, regardless of profession, you've lived a moment before where you felt like, okay, this is it, and you had a choice to make. And it's a lesson on how all experiences, both positive and negative, have something to teach us. And it's a lesson I try and teach my students as well, because it was the support of some great people and the power of reflection and adjustment that got me through that first year and made my second year teaching one of the best I've ever had. I made myself a promise when it was announced that I was a finalist for this award that if I won, I wasn't going to make this about myself, so enough about me. There's no way I can take singular credit for an accomplishment like this. I believe awards like this are ones to share with many. To the finalists and the other nominees in this room, I feel like we all deserve an award for just surviving the last 2 years. Can I get an amen? Okay. So it's definitely been a hard road, but to all the educators in this room, I seriously hope you know that I'm your biggest fan, I'm your biggest supporter, I'm your biggest advocate, and I absolutely want what's best for us and for our kids. There's people not even in this room right now that are rocking it out in their classrooms or in their school buildings, and I think they deserve the recognition here too. To the committee, Teacher of the Year committee, I appreciated meeting all of you. I appreciated your observation and your great feedback. I've utilized some of that feedback, especially with the whiteboards, and it's worked really, really well. I'm skimming my cheat sheet. Give me a minute. Other people that I need to thank, the amazing staff at Sug Bundy Elementary. I've worked with a dream team of teachers and support staff. Ms. Setzer, thank you for believing in that practicum student and not getting rid of me when the kid stole the iPad and recorded the video of his friend. I appreciate that. But in all seriousness, you believed in me even when I didn't necessarily believe in myself. So I thank you for that. To my students, you bring out the best in me. You do. They're the reason I did not think I was going to cry. You're the reason I get up and I come back and I feel like I'm echoing. Everybody in this room knows. They can wear your last nerve, but like at the same time you love them. And they're the reason you come back to work the next day. A couple other people that I need to thank. Coach Kim McNeil on the ECU women's basketball team has been tremendous to my kids. They've given us tickets to go to games. They've texted my kids when they've done well on their assessments and given them endless encouragement, and I greatly appreciate that. Other people I need to thank in my professional life, some people that are here today and some that are not. Ernie Hoke, those of you that know Ernie, tremendous man. He went from working miracles at the kitchen table, helping me with my homework, to us co-teaching and teaching math lessons together. And he's had a huge support, or a huge impact on me. Beth Ulfers is here. I adore you. Lauren Bowers, I don't know if you're here, but I adore her as well. They've both been, they spearheaded some excellent opportunities that helped shape me as a teacher and a leader, and I'm thankful for that. The list goes on. Jessica Avery, Lauren Boucher, my clinical teachers, Michelle Reagan, Liz Bromberg, Aaron Kessel. There's so many people that have contributed to my growth and continue to support me. The next people I need to thank most of all are my family. My sisters, Maddie and Megan, are brilliant. They graduated with honors, and I just graduated. And if you wind, and those of you that know my sisters, I'm a triplet, by the way. So if you wind all three of us up on a wall at high school graduation, Matt Daniel was not going to be the teacher, all right? But I think it really worked out in the end. Maddie has accepted packages off my front door from Donors Choose if I couldn't get there in time, and I was scared that the materials were going to get stolen. Megan has volunteered her time in my classroom. She's helped check math work. She's supervised kids. She's played games with them. She's talked with them. And they've both been great supporters of me outside of the classroom as well. Both my parents are here. Y'all can give them a hand while I get myself together. My dad teaches the big kids. He's a professor at ECU. He teaches anthropology, and he's been my right-hand man when making decisions about social studies instruction and finding the right resources. And then there's my mom. And I need a whole different speech to talk about what she's done. She's a human mini grant. She's funded supplies, books, but she's mine. You can't have her, sorry. books, supplies, coats, gloves, food, anything, experiences. But most of all, my mom taught me how to love kids that weren't my own. And she did this for years with my classmates. We attended South Greenville, and it was an amazing place then. It's an amazing place now. And so thank you, Mom. I love you. All right, I'm going to try and wrap this up. Here we go. Whew. Us educators in this room know we cannot do this job alone. So one of the many challenges I have for you today is to reach out to the people in your corner and thank them. I'm a proud product of Pitt County Schools. I attended South Greenville, EB Aycock, and J.H. Rose, and I struggled a lot in academics and with my emotions, but my teachers, phenomenal teachers, were at the heart of it all. I watched them support kids inside and outside of the classroom. Mr. Todd taught some of my best friends who were going through really tough times, and I watched him be there for them. They've consoled students struggling through heartbreak, they've coached them through conflicts, and defended them from sometimes a cruel world. But on top of that, y'all, they taught. And everybody in this room knows how hard that job can be. They modeled the understanding of reaching a kid here before you can reach them here. So, in summary, thank you so much. I'm humbled, I'm honored. People, nominees that have done this 2 times, 3 times, 4 times longer than I have, and you inspire me so much. And like I said, I really appreciate this. So thank you, everybody. Thank you.
So there's more awards to give. So at this time, I would like to welcome some of our special guests that have gift presentations to our runner-up as well as our winner. Congratulations, you guys. Congratulations. So if you would please come forward to announce your presentations and to distribute your gifts. You want to come on up, Beth?
Good afternoon. I am Beth Olfers of the Pitt County Educational Foundation, and I'm here representing our board of directors. First of all, I would like to thank Farm Bureau of Pitt County for this lovely luncheon, Kishlyn Jones and her dream team for all of their hard work and providing a great luncheon for us today. Also, congratulations to every teacher from every school that's here today. I hope that you feel appreciated and valued, because I know day in and day out when you're opening hundreds of milk cartons and you're having to open up those Lunchables, that you don't get a chance to have lunch like this. And so I hope that you've enjoyed this today. Teaching is the most honorable profession there is. And you can see from listening to Matt how much heart goes into teaching. And he just represents he himself, but also every single teacher in this room. They could have gotten up here and spoken from the heart, just like Matt did. Congratulations to every teacher of the year at every school. Congratulations to Megan and Kate and Karen, and of course Matt for being finalists. That is tremendous. Today you are showing all of Pitt County that you're the best of the best, and you are the top 4 at this moment in time. So congratulations. You have so much to be proud of. Karen taught 3 of our children. She is incredible. When I told my daughter yesterday that she was one of the finalists, she said, wow. She said that lady has just grown and grown her entire career and is such an excellent educator. And it's exciting to see that, and it's also exciting to see a young teacher like Matt Daniel. And I have to tell you, if you haven't seen Matt Daniel do the car karaoke from a couple of years ago, where he was driving and Dr. Linker was in the back seat, or Betsy Flanagan, you have to check it out. When I watched that video, I didn't know Matt very well, and I thought, okay, he's really cool. I want to be friends with him. And then all of a sudden, our paths crossed with Teacher Executive Institute. And I got to know Matt Daniel. And man, does he have a heart for teaching. His attention to detail And his commitment to excellence is absolutely incredible. And you can see from his speech what a heart he has for teaching. If I ever need to get back in the classroom for a second, all I have to do is go look at one of his Facebook posts. And it is heartfelt. And it shows you how much love and energy our teachers put into our children. So that, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Pitt County Educational Foundation, we have a gift for you. This is a monetary gift. It doesn't have your name on a check because we didn't know who the winner was. But you'll get that next week. But you're also invited to be part of the Board of Directors for the Pitt County Educational Foundation for 2 years. So we look forward to having him part of our organization. So congratulations to both of you, and this is a gift from the foundation.
Thank you so much.
Do we have any more special gifts for our Teacher of the Year and our Teacher of the Year runner-up? If not, I say congratulations again and thank you so very much. So, this concludes our afternoon for Teacher of the Year. I am so excited of the turnout. I'm so excited that we had an opportunity to come face to face to celebrate our nominees as well as our winners. I ask that before we close out, that the following people please stay behind so that we can get some pictures. Our Farm Bureau members, if you would please stay behind, our Teacher of the Year winner and our runner-up, and also our classified employees winners, if you would please stay behind for some pictures. To everyone else, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the programs. Please say congratulations to our folks and be safe and enjoy the rest of your week.